Hello. It's been a while since I done a podcast episode, like months upon months. I think the last one was last year, November, maybe December, but probably November. And we are surprising this title called Goodbye. No, I'm not going away. Not that I will still stay, but the thing that will be going away is the podcast. Yes, I know there's only 10 episodes, and I mean this is quite even. For, why is the podcast ending when I say I'm going to make it last? In simple terms, this was always just a test. I didn't really mean to make this last long. I know there'll be a bit of balance, like until when. Maybe I was always thinking 10 episode probably it would do or more. And honestly, I didn't know when it was going to be. This is going to be 10 episode because I haven't checked it in a while. I just wanted to end it, but that's kind of a bit of bad news. But it's a new good news. I'll be making a new podcast in the near future. I found a new podcast distributing website. It's made by Spotify, so it'll be good. It's unlimited. That's very good. And the podcast in general make it better considering if you're watching YouTube, you see this boring screen. I wanna make this more enjoyable. And since it's just a plain screen that used for transitions on Twitch and stuff, it's very boring. And because what I'm planning is make as soon as I upgrade my setup, this also go for my Twitch in general. I'm gonna update everything. My merch store is probably gonna change. Although once this collection is over, I will definitely change it. I won't change it this time because I was busy and can't really do. This year I have a lot of plans for the community and in my schoolwork since I'm still a schooler. So yeah, uh, I'm definitely gonna change all the thing. And the only info I can tell you about the next podcast that's gonna come in the near future is that it won't be me alone because me alone just makes the podcast very dull, and nowadays people like to do podcasts with at least two or more people, like usually three, and then have invite a guest of honor, something like that. I will be taking that trend and bringing my group of friends. I can't tell you who I'm gonna bring, but you see in the upcoming future when the podcast release, haven't really discussed with them anything yet. So yeah, if you might guess who it is, then good for you, I guess. But who knows? It might be different people. I'll definitely be taking a twist. Those people may not be content creator, maybe just random friends that have a lot of experience. We'll be doing fun interaction, just talk about a lot of stuff. I mean, small stuff. So essentially, that's very good, right? So is it good or bad? You decide. The podcast episode will definitely include more better stuff because by the time when it comes out, I'll probably be doing publish all my community related projects. And now, and because I did say this on my previous VODs and stuff, if you're watching my thing, I will be more open, like instead of putting a lot of restraints. Because anyway, I was doing a test, I guess, and I wasn't really fully sure whether I want to be that open, but I think I can. I drink water for a while, so sorry. So yes, a lot of things are going to change, and I hope that you got okay to think so. There won't be podcast for a very long time until we actually set it up. It will be very interesting, and this also will be more heavy on YouTube side, having maybe a channel to support the podcast and stuff. So specific if you when I will announce the podcast when released on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all of my socials, and maybe on YouTube on my main channel and my second channel. So yeah. If you want, you go follow that and stuff. I will just follow my Twitch and stuff. I won't post it on Spotify because I'm not sure how you're supposed to do it even if you have artist account. So yeah, I'm gonna really make this enjoyable. Have music at the background where you guys can hear us and low tones that you guys can enjoy. Who knows, custom music will be good. the time limit may be quite long, maybe an hour worth of podcast, because there are people who like listening to an hour worth of podcast where people discuss a lot of stuff. A few minutes of podcast is just seems like low effort podcast, I would say. And I personally know that that's why I always almost overdo it, thinking that it's a bit standard to just do a 30-minute podcast or lesser. Not even 30 minutes, I think I want to say it's 10-20 minutes. That is very dry content. I must have just watch a TV instead of this. This old channel or whatever. That's usually what will go into my mind. So yes, I will make the content way better, more enjoyable, and of course, the new podcast will be less focused around me and it's more of each individual that in this group that we're gonna make. So yeah, and that will not only last like 10 or something, it will last for a very long time. Who knows, might be a group that will be holding this podcast for, I'm not sure. Even after I leave school, I'm not sure. You of course try to keep a bit of personal things and talk about here and there and just talk stuff. We also make like a YouTube video really. You have the YouTube channel show for videos of us talking. We don't have those desks. We are not staying near or anything. We don't have a specific thing. We probably just make an animation or just record the whatever call we have or just put a simple background. We will either not stream the. I think it will be better if we don't stream the podcast, so it will be off stream, which is good. It gives you the thrill of antipis anticipation. Sorry, my English is very bad. Yeah. So you can anticipate stuff you would, and you're not gonna get it late. And we're also probably gonna edit the thing. Yes, edit is very rare to me for me to edit, but since there's maybe 3 or 2 people, I can do the job. If not, I guess I can find an editor. Well, I probably will because I was style, and if I haven't even found one for my personal use. So yeah, stuff is gonna change in the next podcast that will come in the, I guess, the near future. I'm not sure. Maybe next year come out, but I cannot tell you because I need to work on all my projects and then I'll work on the assets for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys for joining my this community. If you're coming from the podcast side, thank you for listening. If you are from my community and listening to podcast, really thank you. Although it's not a big one, I knew it's not a big one because essentially it was just a test. It was meant to be short. It was meant to be a year or two worth. I was never intending to last like a very long duration because I feel like I'm taking a step through my heart, trying to make the content so dry, trying to make it fun while it's still being dull and dry. So yeah, hopefully the next podcast will be more exciting, and I know I may be repeating some stuff, but this is just thank you for joining this thing and just listen to the next podcast if you really enjoy this podcast. The next podcast series that I'll be making will be more thrilling and more exciting. Trust me. If it does not suit your taste, then just watch my normal content. I never change that much. I just and currently I'm being more open than being self-restrained. My schedule is a bit off because I'm doing a bit of projects here and there. I'm a schooler, of course, but I should be able to do content more, pump out more content fluently soon. So yeah, I guess thank you guys really for joining this journey, and I can't wait to meet you guys in the next podcast series. Well, you can join me on Twitch. Go to my YouTube channel. I've uh a second channel. That's where you guys see. I'll sometimes post a VOD. Then maybe I'll make a VOD channel. I still do not know. But if you want, you can see. Then if you don't want to see Twitch, you also can see my main YouTube channel. I post out content, but it's not daily. As I say, my schedule right now is pretty much annoyed. The also one note I just remember the podcast may be explicit. I'm not sure since I haven't refined out the details, but be careful. Tell you, I will tell my in the Twitch when we finally got the plans discussed with whoever want to do it with, see who's available and whatsoever. So yeah, as I said, thank you for joining this long journey. It's really been, I really appreciate you guys joining me. It's really been 3 years, no, 2 years of podcast. I didn't expect it, and all those very last episode for 2 years. And I plan to actually use to make more, but I guess this will do since my schedule is quite messy last year and the year before last year. But yeah, my hands are going to be quite empty, and I'm going to do my projects, stream, and stuff. I'm, my next break will be very long time, so yeah, I wouldn't care about a lot of stuff now. Thank you for joining, and also I also have new Twitter thing. If you really like to see my artistic side, you can go to my Twitter or Instagram, where I post art things called Noldalag Arts or Nol Arts. You can just see who I follow on those things, or you can just click in the about section on my channels. So yeah, see you next podcast.